Okay, so every year towards this time of the year, every iPhone user asks the same question. Will my iPhone support the next major operating system? And this year, of course, it should be iOS 17, and WWDC will be in the next 4 days. So we'll definitely find out which devices will support iOS 17 here in less than a week. But Apple has done something a little interesting that prompted this video. They put out the usage information for iOS and iPadOS. So basically devices that are currently active downloading apps or being used in the App Store and the Apple Music and things like that. And they put out a chart and numbers that indicate which devices are currently running the latest operating systems for iPhone and iPads. And I wanted to share the data with you guys and share my thoughts as into which devices could be supported in the next couple of days by the next major update, iOS 17. So let's go ahead and dive right into this video. All right, so here are the numbers, and I'll share this information in the links in the description so you guys can go ahead and take a look at it. Apple has posted this today, and this is going to be based on devices that are currently active, listening to Apple Music, downloading applications, so devices that are currently being used. So Apple says that 90% of all devices introduced in the last 4 years are currently running the latest iOS 16, which is kind of crazy. 90% is a huge number. Then we have an 8% who are running iOS 15, and then we also have a 2% who are running an earlier version of iOS. So with this being said, Apple is basically covering 4-year-old devices, right? So in terms of device support, iOS 17 should most likely 100% support devices that are 4-year-old or later, right? Or earlier, I should say. So basically the iPhone 14, the entire lineup, iPhone 14, 14 Pro, 14 Pro Max, the iPhone 13, if you have an iPhone 13, 13 Pro, 13 Pro Max, you have nothing to worry about. Of course, you will get iOS 17 support. iPhone 12, the entire lineup again, will support iOS 17, no questions asked. I'm 100% sure that those devices will support the latest OS. We also have the iPhone 11 series. So iPhone 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, all the iPhone 11 models will 100% support iOS 17. I'm sure of that. Now, the second chart that we have here is devices overall. So every single device that supports iOS 16, and 81% of all devices are running the latest iOS 16, which in my opinion, I didn't think this number was that high. So this sort of changed my opinion on which devices could support iOS 17. But again, we will know for sure in the next couple of days. Apple says an 81% of all devices that support iOS 16 are running the latest OS. A 13% are running iOS 15, and a 6% are running an earlier version. So that brings me to the second topic, devices that are 5-year-old or later. So we have the iPhone XS and XS Max, the entire lineup. I have about an 80% chance that you guys will support iOS 17. So I wouldn't worry too much if you have an iPhone XS, any of the iPhone XS series. The iPhone SE3, iPhone SE2, you should be fine. iPhone XR, you should be fine here as well. So you have nothing to worry about, in my opinion, about an 80% for those devices. Now, the devices that I've always had a little bit of a question with was iPhone 8 lineup and iPhone 10, right? So the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 8 lineup, I give it about a 60% chance. Based on these numbers, I think Apple could push one more year out of the iPhone 10 and iPhone 8. I'm hoping that they do, but we'll have to wait and see. I would say a 60% chance that iOS 17 will come to the iPhone 10 and iPhone 8, and about a 40% chance that it wouldn't. But again, guys, that is something that we'll know for sure in the next couple of days. Now, as we take a look here at iPadOS, so a 76% of all iPads introduced in the past 4 years are running the latest iOS 16. Again, a huge number here as well. And 18% are running iOS 15, and a 6% an earlier version. Now, for overall iPad usage, right here we have a 75% of all iPad devices are running the latest iOS 16, a 20% are running iOS 15, and a 9% are running an earlier version. So if you have an iPad that's about 5 to 6 years old, you also have about a 60 to 40 chance, right? 60% that it will support the latest iPadOS, 40% that it will not support, based on these numbers and on my opinion. Again, this can change. I mean, in the past, I thought that Apple would X out the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 8 lineup, but things could change here if Apple decides to just push one more year out of iPhone 10 and iPhone 8 and older iPads as well. And I just wanted to put that video together for you guys, share the data, the information. Links will be down below if you want to go ahead and check it out yourself. We'll find out in about 4 days if your iPhone or iPad will support the latest operating system in form of Beta 1 at WWDC. Super excited, June 5th. I can't wait. There you guys have it. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.